There are many theories of why we can attract narcissistic people into our lives, and this video is to cover 3 more of those theories. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about the narcissist personality disorder to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with in your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you overcome narcissistic abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. When it comes to attracting people, sometimes you don't attract who you are. Sometimes you attract people who want what you have. And when it comes to narcissistic people, they can be attracted to anyone. It depends who that individual narcissist is and what they want out of their lives. Once we have more awareness and understanding of the narcissist and the abuse, we might have looked over our past history and discovered we've been around quite a few or a lot of narcissistic people within our lives. We might realise we've been raised by them. We might question why we keep attracting them or why they are attracted to us. What makes us more susceptible to these kinds of relationships? What makes us accept behaviour that we should have never accepted? And here are 3 theories to see which you can relate to. Theory 1. Humans have a natural attachment system, and this is a neurobiological system which drives humans to bond with other humans. This is an emotional bond that is formed at birth, where infants attach to their primary caregivers so that they can get their basic human needs met, as babies are dependent on their primary caregiver to get their needs met, to be fed, to be changed, to be cared for, to be loved. This then develops into the needs of social acceptance, emotional acceptance, cognitive development. Humans' need for growth, contribution, love and connection, significance, meaning we need to connect with other humans, but to also contribute to other humans and connect with things more significant than ourselves. When the attachment system is open with the primary caregiver and the baby, usually mother and baby, through skin contact, eye contact, mirroring the energy of each other, the mother can soothe and take care of the baby, forming an emotional bond within the mind. People who have empathy, people who have compassion, have an attachment system that's extremely easy to open when they connect with other people because they have high levels of compassion. They are very good at feeling another person's pain and seeing other people's perspectives and trying to help those they are close to, as those with compassion are naturally tuned into other people's needs and feelings, even if they are unaware of it on a conscious level. If it's just on a subconscious level, it's easy to get sucked into other people's issues and try to help them out because you care about those people. A narcissist's attachment system works differently. The narcissist has no real sense of self. They hide their true selves. They believe they are above others, that they are entitled to just have what they want. So there's no two-way energy flow of give and take. They can do this at the start of a relationship as they pick up the energy, the person who's giving them attention and helping them out, and they can mirror this back. They know exactly how to extract sympathy from compassionate people. So the narcissist is like a parasite feeding off your compassion to mirror your compassion back to you. So it looks like they're a compassionate person, and also to extract sympathy from you. As a narcissist gaslight, projects, blame shifts, false silence, and all the other manipulation they use, making those with compassion doubt their own reality. The attachment system is open, so they still care about the narcissist. They still have the compassion, the want, the need to understand the narcissist, to help the narcissist out, not recognizing that the narcissist is destroying them, because they believe that the narcissist is coming from the same place as they are and feels similar to they do, not recognizing that a narcissist lacks the empathy to care. Narcissists thrive off the energy from those around them. They steal people's personalities. They steal people's possessions. They drain people of all resources. Theory 2, childhood emotional neglect. So when we're growing up, our parents might have ignored our emotional needs, discounted our feelings, discouraged our feelings. This can happen in loving, supporting homes as well as households with abuse, with addictions, with narcissistic parents. This can cause disconnect from your own emotional needs, not asking people for help and support, only giving others your help and support, providing more than you should to others. Yet you get into a mindset of not caring for your own needs, showing others compassion, but not showing yourself compassion, only getting validation if you are helping others out, only feeling better about yourself, only feeling enough if you are helping somebody else out. And this is exactly what narcissistic people are looking for, someone who neglects their own needs and looks to help others first and foremost. People who care more about people's feelings than their own feelings. When raised in a household where your emotional needs are neglected, you can find that you're almost trained, you're conditioned to accept conditional love. So you don't recognise, you don't understand what unconditional love is. And it becomes a pattern because you don't realise you accept things as normal that you should have never accepted. Theory 3 is based on that, growing up with narcissistic parents, growing up with toxic abuse, verbal, mental, physical. When your childhood is filled with negative experiences or trauma, abuse, problems, the past will lead you into future issues, as most often you grow up with low self-esteem, no love for yourself, not feeling good enough, little self-worth, not knowing who you indeed are, because you're constantly told that you can't do that, you're not good enough, you're not worthy. So you question your every move. You end up people-pleasing to avoid disappointing others. You'll not be emotionally strong, and you might not be aware of your own true authentic self, thoughts and feelings. However, because you have compassion, you want to help others out. Emotional intelligence is everything when dealing with narcissistic people. Narcissists use your emotions against you to get what they want from you. Your emotions tell you when to love, when to fear, when to react, when to run, when it's good, when to hope, when emotions are blocked or overreactive. It can keep you trapped in places you shouldn't be. If you grew up with narcissistic parents, you might not feel as upset as you should when someone has wronged you. It hurts. Still, you might relate more. You might think, it's not that bad. If I hadn't, they wouldn't. As you were trained to think this way as a child. My parent did it, it's normal behaviour, when it's not normal behaviour. It's abusive, toxic behaviour. A lot of people make excuses for the narcissist behaviours. They just don't understand it. They forgive it and they forget it. Or you might feel overwhelmed with emotions, doing all you can to please the narcissist, to heal those devastating emotional blows that the narcissist sends your way through all their manipulation, trained to please them, conditioned to give them everything and expect nothing in return. This is the kinds of things that narcissistic people prey on with their gaslighting, projection, blame shifting. They know how they can twist everything onto you so that you blame yourself, you doubt yourself and trust in those that you shouldn't be trusting in. They hurt you and you beg and plead for their forgiveness. If you were raised that your feelings don't matter, even though you might feel them, you do all you can to make sure the other person's feelings are put before your own so they don't feel how you do, as you know how much that hurts. You might have been programmed from an early age that this is just how people treat people, although you don't treat others that way, as you know it hurts. Due to the childhood programming, you believe their behaviour is normal, as you did something wrong, or you're led to believe you did something wrong. So you think you need to change to get that person you met in the first place, when you don't need to change. There's nothing wrong with having compassion. They need to stop hurting people. As you don't ask others for help, you can push your own thoughts and feelings to one side in order to help others. Growing up with narcissistic parents conditions you to disconnect from yourself and give to others. This again is what narcissistic people are looking for, and why you can become trauma bonders, as they will treat you better than anyone ever has in the beginning. They really get you just to further crush you. How can you stop this in future relationships? 1, work on yourself. Take care of yourself. Pay attention to you. Ask yourself, what do I feel? What do I want? What do I need? Who do I want to be? Not to become selfish, to become self-aware. Becoming aware of your true self and your actual needs. The less toxic people will enter your life. Learn to give yourself compassion as well as others. Love yourself as well as others. And remind yourself that you are enough. 2, learn, hold and stick to your values and your beliefs and create your boundaries around those. If something doesn't suit you, it's a no. Doesn't matter how you say that no, it's a no, and stick to your no. 3, observe people's behaviour. Don't absorb their words. 4, say what you mean what you say. So long as your intentions are good, don't worry about how someone will feel. If you don't want to do something, don't do it. With good intentions, there's no wrong way or right way to live your life. 5, work on those childhood issues. Write a letter to yourself as a child and remind your child that you are lovable, you are enough. 6, work on your emotional intelligence. Your mind controls your emotions and you control your mind. Your emotions are controlled by you. Once you take control of your own emotions, other people will not be able to control them for you. Outside situations will have far less impact on your emotional health and far less impact on how you react. Life isn't about what happens to you. Life's about what you do about it. 7, when you're feeling unhappy or stuck, ask yourself, what would I advise my child, my best friend, someone I love and care for? Think about someone you care for. What advice would you give that person? It's very difficult to accept our own advice at times. We usually like to try and find excuses, and those excuses can be extremely valid within our minds. And we can advise someone else and they can find an excuse and we can think, no, don't do it like that. You need to do it like this. However, we need to do that not for other people, for ourselves. What would you advise someone else to do in your situation? Then accept that advice and act on your own advice. And do it quick before you talk yourself out of it. 8, surround yourself with genuine, uplifting people. Reach out to those people for help and support to gain different perspectives. Those you don't think as genuine, distance yourself from them. Some people might offer advice that's well-meaning that you don't take in that way. Just distance yourself and see how the relationship develops. Those whose advice feels genuine, take action on that advice. I shall add in the video description the kinds of people you'd like to avoid in life and 10 types of people who can attract narcissistic people into their life. Remember, when it comes to narcissistic behaviours, it says nothing about who you are as a person and everything about who they are as a person. How they treat you speaks volumes on who they are, not who you are. Forgiving them, caring about them, helping them shows you are someone with compassion, someone with a forgiving nature, somebody who's willing to help and support others. And that's nothing to be ashamed of. Their behaviour, their treatment of you, that is where their shame comes from, which is why they project onto you to blame you to escape their feelings of shame. Don't own somebody else's shame. Don't own someone else's blame. Pass that back to the rightful owner and focus on you. If anyone has any thoughts on the video, please add those into the comments. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.